Okay.
Okay, I
First
said,
question, how are you? And what is your state of mind actually about the situation in the world and how are you?
I think the situation in the world is right now really crazy. But I think we all have to feel a new freedom right now. I think all the humanity is in a kind of darkness, and what I hope is that everybody is waking up and to be lucky again. So I'm somebody who don't like to look into the news and everything, because that makes us all depressive. So I'm somebody, I love to be in the nature together with my horses, together with my dogs, and and concentrate in the here and now, what is going on. And I think to concentrate on ourselves is now really important.
Yes, and introduce us your new album, Invisible Queen.
Yeah, Invisible Queen. This is a last album of Holy Moses. And like the title says, I'm making myself invisible. So it's the last chance to see Holy Moses live in 2023. And also the last album, because I decided myself, I don't want to die on stage. And this has to do with your first question now. I want to enjoy life also in another way. I have so many things beside Holy Moses, and I spent 43 years of my life for Holy Moses. And it's a not easy music. You have to rehearse a lot. It's a lot of pressure to do everything in a really good mood. And now I'm full of energy. And I decided to decide on my own when I want to stop. So I don't want to die on stage. There is another life. I know a lot of musicians like that, but I don't want to do it. And now I can decide on myself on a high level with really good shows this year. And so I'm so thankful about everything, what I could do with Holy Moses. So that it is a great feeling to say, when I'm looking back on my career with Holy Moses, that I said, okay, everything was fine when I did it. And I stopped in the right moment when everything is totally cool. And this is a good feeling for myself.
Yes. And what is the main inspiration about the lyrics? It's the actual world?
I mean, like we always did with Holy Moses, it's going about the inner psyche of the people, of the humanity. And like I said before, everybody is sometimes really in a dark move, and so we want to release that. So we want to open the eyes for the people and say, hey, look what you like to do, what are your visions, and looking forward, live in the here and now, and go forward with all your visions and dreams.
Yes, and you work for in the medical domain, right?
I'm working as a psychotherapist, yes, and I'm
Yes,
also
and
doing coaching.
it's a good influence to write lyrics. Have you
Oh
found
yes,
idea?
yes, but I always did. So I'm doing this thing since years, and this is something. It gives me a lot of power and interesting lyrics
Yeah.
about the deeper feeling of humanity. Yeah, and yes, so this supports a lot the lyrics, and I did the lyrics together with Pete, my guitar player. He is also into these themes, and it was a really good team to cooperate with the lyrics this time.
Yes, and after 43 years in Holy Moses, congratulations. What is your best moment? Have you three particular moment
I
to
mean,
keep?
there are so many really great moments, but I think releasing the first album was something really special, because we never thought about that we get an album. And then playing all the big festivals, going around the whole world. I mean, we started as a school band, and this is so amazing that we could do it for 43 years. I can't believe it myself. And so I'm very, very thankful for all these great moments. I mean, the best moment I would say is if you are a metalhead and you are meeting on the world some other metalheads and you have nothing to drink, nothing to eat, and no place to sleep, you will get one. You will get something to eat, to drink, and something to sleep. And this means the metal scene, and this is really something special.
Yes, if I don't say bullshit, you play 3 times in France, right? 2 times
I don't
in
know, 3 times or more. I didn't count it, but I know that there were a lot of shows in France. Yes.
yes, Lourdes.
Lourdes. Oh yes, I remember that. Oh yes.
And one moment is particular for me. It's the show in a Gibus Club
Oh yes.
in December. Have you great memories about this event?
Oh yes, I especially Lourdes, I have really good memories because it was the first time we played To Drunk to Fuck.
Yes.
I remember another show we played with a band from France that was really great in a small club. And there were no posters around the club and nobody was knowing that we played. But then a lot of people showed up. But yeah, it was always crazy. And I remember one show in France, I was on the tour, I think it was with Obituary or with Benediction. And I was really, really ill. But during the show, I was totally with energy. And yes, and the fans helped me a lot that I could do that show because they were waiting and the club was sold out. So I don't know exactly which show was what, but I remember good shows in France.
Yes, I remember well because I was in front of you in Paris.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
Yes.
There is one, I think there's also one video online on YouTube from 87 or so from France, and a lot of headbangers, and it was totally crazy. I saw that video a few weeks ago, and I was really astonished that that is online on YouTube. Somebody filmed it and was bringing it in on YouTube.
When I watch the history of Olimoses, it was a break between 1994 between 2000, and it was a period we create Temple of the Absurd. Why have you choose to stop Olimoses, and why have you choose also to start again?
We didn't stop it, so I didn't stop it, but I said I need a little break. So because Andy Classen and the drummer in that time, from the Rikers and the M.L.A.M, they were going more into the hardcore direction. And in the middle of the 90s, you remember, it was a really hard time for thrash metal bands because the grunge came up and nobody was knowing what is going on. So I decided first to do a solo project, what was more into black metal idea. And but then Ozzy and Schroeder from Warpath, they split it up with the band Warpath. And they wrote some really nice songs. And I said, this is a good idea. So let us do it together. And the solo project was normally called Temple of the Absurd. And it was one of the first songs I was writing. But then it was such a good harmony between Ozzy and Schroeder and me. So we decided to do it as a band. And so this little out time from Holy Moses was really good. So we had a lot of fun with Temple Absurd. It was a really good rock and roll time. We toured with Propane and other things, and it was Agony, and that was really, really great time. But then I had a motorcycle accident in '99, and so when I woke up in the hospital, I said, okay, I have to go back to Holy Moses. Now my energy is back and the time changed. And so we were back with Holy Moses.
Okay, you are for me the grandmother of extreme. extreme vocal for a woman.
Yeah.
Are you proud about this?
In the first years, I was not knowing it, but now a lot of people tell me, and also like the young girls, like Diva Santanica from Nervosa Bloodhunter. Yeah, she said to me, "You are like the grandmother of thrash because you was the first one in this extreme vocals." And now I can say, yes, I'm proud. I'm proud and happy and thankful that I could do something for the scene, that I opened something for the scene. And yes, to look back, it's amazing. It's great because I never expected that. Because when I started up, I was not knowing that I was the first girl doing this growls and this extreme vocals. So something real special. And I'm really thankful that the people say, yes, you're the grandmother of thrash. And so I can live with this word. It's okay to tell me the grandmother of thrash.
Okay,
because...
and I imagine that you know Sibyl from Witches.
Sorry?
You know Sibyl from Witches?
Sabina from...
Sibyl from Witches.
Yes, Sibyl from Witches. Yes, I know her. Yes. When we played in France, she was singing with me one song on one show.
Yes.
I know her such a long time, Sibyl. Yes.
Okay, and are you connected to the new generation of thrash metal bands?
Yes, because a lot of these young bands are asking me to sing songs on their albums. So this year there will be released, I think, 3 new thrash bands. I was singing a song for them. And I really like to support young bands because it's not so easy like we had the time in the beginning of the 80s. So I really love to support the young thrash bands and give them some of my vocals so that they can promote their bands.
I imagine that you are mother, yes, and you have child.
No, my childs are in the back. These are my horses. All my childs have 4 legs. There are 5 horses and 2 dogs. So I'm the mother of the 4 legs kids.
Yeah. And do you think after a long time in the metal world, you keep the same flame? You keep the same fire about?
Oh yes, it's and this is why I said now it's fine to do the last show and the last year. I'm full of energy and I'm a metalhead, and that's a really important part of my life. And I mean, the 90s were really hard, but with Temple of the Absurd, I got a new fire again. and the last years, the Holy Moses, that was so amazing and so much fire, and it gives me so much power to be on stage and in communication with the fans and journalists and everything. So this is a really great thing to do.
Yes, and finally, the last word for the interview. Have you special things to say?
Oh yes, I would say a lot of thanks to all the fans in France following me for the last 43 years and supporting Holy Moses, because without you, I could not do it for 43 years. And I know we're playing this year shows in France. We are playing the Hellfest, and I hope that I can see a lot of you from the old school fans and the new fans from Holy Moses in France. And thank you very much for all your support.
You're welcome. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, and thank you for your support. I